Alrighty, let's fix the focus here. Alright, there we go. So, hey, fellow artists, welcome to the 14th Psycheopera Creators Live, where I showcase fellow builders of musical instruments and their work, whether it's rustic cigar box guitars, traditional flutes, trash bin percussion, synthesizers, software instruments, DIY MIDI controllers, or classical guitars made by master luthiers. If it's made by humans in a workshop and not by machines in a factory, then I want to talk about it. Today, we're continuing with our craft market season open forum where artists I featured on the stream can log in and share what they are currently working on. To my esteemed colleagues, you can log in using the last invite link I sent out last week. But before we open the forum, I just want to announce that Tom, from Cherry Blossom Studios has uploaded his first YouTube video featuring one of his beautiful Frida Kahlo cigar box guitars. Please show him some support by checking out his first video and leaving comments of encouragement. Let me tell you, folks, YouTube is difficult. It's very hard. But those of us who want to establish a successful creative business or personal brand as an artist must do YouTube. It is the best platform for creative business. Um, we need all of the encouragement we can get as we work towards our goals. Please go and show Tom some love on his channel, on his first video. I've linked to his first video in my latest community post. Okay. Hey, Liesel! Welcome, welcome, my friend. And so, what I'm going to do now is, before I open the forum, is report on things that I've been working on. As you know, I am preparing a lecture, a musical lecture on the history of the cigar box guitar for my local library. It's taking place early in November, and a friend of mine who is an incredible guitarist, his name is Pete. You've seen some of the videos where we've uh, featured some of the songs we've been working on, are putting together um, this musical program, and we meet weekly to practice stuff that we've decided we're going to present during the lecture and try out new songs. To this week, um, we got a little ambitious, and but our ambition led us to two cool pieces of music that I think will be a really great part of our musical program. And so I made recordings, of course, with Pete's permission, um, of these two new additions to our program. And I want to know what you guys think about them. And so I'm going to take us to another screen here. Let's see here. If I can remember. Okay. Yes. Hey, and we have Lawrence in the little picture frame above me. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still finalizing some things for earworms, so don't mind me. I'll just be framed here.
You'll just be framed. You'll be decoration to the stream.
Yeah.
Liesel is in the chat, by the way.
Hello, Liesel.
And Liesel says, the storm is raging again. I'm going to stay
Wow.
in the chat tonight. Wi-Fi is flaky already. Well, thanks for letting us know, Liesel. You're welcome to participate in the chat. We would have loved to have you in the big picture frame, but that's okay. Um,
Yeah, I'm
man,
getting the impression that over there in Wales, it's kind of like night at Bald Mountain.
that's
You
cool
know,
though. That's cool. She says,
cool, but
"Yo, Lawrence."
hey,
Liesel, I'm kind of jealous because I need the rain over here, man. I've had to go out and water every day, and takes a little bit of time to get everything watered out on this homestead. We need the rain. We need the rain. So, uh, if we could do a little rain dance here to bring all of that rain Liesel's getting in Wales, give her a little break and bring the rain here, that would be great. All right. So, let's oh, I guess before we present the pieces that Pete and I worked on this week, just a little reminder, folks, I am raising funds to get my hands on some wire bending equipment that will help me remake the raised frets on my leg fiddle. We're going to talk about my leg fiddle a little later. Um, Contact me if you are interested in my carved, laser carved cigar boxes for your own builds, interested in whimsical dragonite, gatorite jewelry. Shoot me an email, psycheoperaco@gmail.com, or check out my store shelf here on YouTube. I've got t shirts and mugs featuring my CBG builds, and my instruments are being held by cute little characters like so. As you can tell, I love photoshopping. It's one of my many. I'm not even going to say hobby. Artists don't have hobbies. Artists just like creating things. And so it's one of the many things I like to do. So yes, all of the instruments featured on the art on my t-shirts and on my mugs are instruments that I've actually built, held by whimsical characters. And you could see Mona Lisa up here holding one of my Perdomo CBGs. Actually, that CBG, I still have access to it because that's a CBG I built for my dad. It's one of my best sounding builds. I'm glad that he has
yeah,
it and I can still use it.
everybody loves the whimsical Mona Lisa.
Yes, yes. Liesel's doing the rain dance as we speak. Thank you, Liesel. I appreciate that. We really do need the rain
Everybody
over here.
dance now.
Don't get me going. Oh, man, Liesel. Okay. Um, yeah, Liesel says, yeah, you're right, Lawrence. It's difficult to describe the climate in Wales unless you have experienced Wales. It would be nice to experience Wales one of these days, Lawrence. I know that we've talked about maybe someday when we have the funds to do so, we'll go and visit Ireland because that is where Lawrence's family or part of his family is from.
Half.
Half of his family, yeah. Half from Poland, half from.
Poland.
Your mother had a Polish name.
No, no, no. Well, it was a Russian name. A lot of the Russians say it's more Ukrainian sounding, but it's, I mean, it's derived from a Polish word, but they never lived in Poland.
Oh, okay. So Rush,
Yeah,
half Russian, half Irish.
Irish. Yeah, that's better.
In interesting background. Yes.
Not that there's anything wrong with being Polish.
Yeah. Interesting language. All right. Man, I've been to Eastern Europe once, the Czech Republic. It is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen where, you know, you have this mixture of nature and the most beautiful architecture in like mashed together. I really did feel like I was in I wouldn't say Rivendell when I was there, but because that would have been a little more wild. Um gosh, it was just beautiful, beautiful. This nature and beautiful architecture together. I don't know why here in the United States there aren't um when I guess cities or things are planned out, we don't have more of a mixture of nature and beautiful architecture together. I don't know.
They're mostly planned economically
Yes, but the thing
for
is,
the
a thing of
purposes of business.
a thing of beauty has use forever, and planning out making beautiful things will always have value. Those buildings would always have value. Lizo says the Czech people are amazing. Yes, they are, Lizo. I mean, I went with my mother. Spent a month there with her, participating in a musical conference. I even performed a piece, a really old electroacoustic piece there. It was a magical experience. Oh my gosh. But from what I've seen from your tours, Liesel, you have some beautiful places there in the UK and especially in Wales. I am really enjoying your videos that feature the architecture and the countryside there. So very, very cool. Well, anyways, folks, because Liesel was doing the rain dance for us. Okay, so thank you, Liesel, for doing that for us. And remember, folks, check out my store shelf. Your patronage will be most appreciated. And yeah, get your hands on some of this CBG themed apparel. I know some of you are doing markets out there. Wouldn't it be cool to do a craft market wearing one of these? Right?
Sure.
I know, self promotion. it's
Well, if you don't
cheesy.
do it, no one else will.
Exactly. Gotta toot your own horn there. Or I gotta toot my own horn. All right. So let's look at the ambitious pieces Pete and I tackled today. Now I'm gonna say these pieces are ambitious for me because Pete is an amazing guitarist and an amazing songwriter. Um, and so when I say ambitious, I'm saying ambitious for me because I am not a guitarist, and on my sliders, even on my sliders, I am still a learner. Yeah, I have tutorials sharing what I've learned, but I'm still a learner on these instruments. So, anyways, let me know what you think about these two pieces we've tried together. The first piece, um, and we're not going to perform the whole thing, but we're thinking of performing part of the piece, just so I'm not too stressed putting together the program. Um, and so the first piece we tried together is Sleepwalker um, by Richie Valens. Check this out.
Yes.
And so Pete was on his steel string guitar, and I performed on my acid um, slider CBG, which is a soprano instrument, using the upper three strings from a steel acoustic guitar set. And
And
so,
just so you know, Liza, it's Ricky Valens.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Yes.
Ricky Valen. My bad.
Valens with an S, short for Ricky Valenzuela, which is his original full name.
Valenzuela. That makes more.
Ricardo.
See, I could remember that. All right.
Ricardo
So,
Valenzuela.
Ricky Valenzuela. So here we go. And
Oh,
again,
Ricky, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Ricky. Sorry.
anyway. So again, Pete's on the steel string. I'm on my soprano slider acid box. Here we go. Let me know what you think, chat. What do you think of my slide playing, Lawrence?
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying to think. This song wasn't this popularized by a different artist?
I don't think so.
I
Correct
don't
us if
know.
we're wrong, chat. I don't know. I mean, you've got the Googles in front of you.
Yeah, but unless you have Shazam, which I don't have, you can't look up based on audio. But I remember like hanging out with your dad and your family, and your dad attributed this to a different artist.
I could have
Uh,
sworn it was Ricky Valens. I thought he was the songwriter, the
well,
composer.
it's definitely called Sleepwalker, right?
Yes.
All right, I can look that up. Mm-hmm. Okay. The song Sleepwalker has been written by different artists. Oh, written by different artists. Specifically written by different artists, really. I know it's probably been recorded by different artists, but
Yeah,
written is
the
unusual.
songwriters are the songwriters.
Yeah.
You only have one. I mean, sometimes you have a group of songwriters, but you can't write the same piece
Uh,
multiple times.
I think I'm gonna switch off the Brave results, and
Yeah. Yes.
because it's starting to look really bizarre
Make
there.
sure you're not using any AI searches because you got to double
Oh
check
no,
those.
well I am gonna have to try to use Gemini because
I mean, Gemini has proven to be pretty good, but there have been two or three things that I found are you always got to double check uh
hmm.
any AI results.
Okay, well here at least there's one writer. Roy Davies wrote and produced the song for his band, The Kinks. Oh, is this the same song?
That doesn't sound right. No. I mean, because Pete had the same question and I did a
Oh,
Google
Pete.
search.
I thought Pete. Yeah, I was trusting Pete on this, but
It,
no.
Pete
If
Pete
Pete didn't know and you came
Pete
up with it,
didn't
then that.
know, and I always thought it was Ricky Valens that wrote this piece, and he came up first in the search.
Okay. Yes, yet to happen here. But let's see. Let me try this. I'm going for who recorded it. Oh, this I remember. Santo and Johnny. I know that was the famous recording of it that your father told me about.
Santo and Johnny, were they associated with Ricky Valens at all?
Well, they're from around the same time period.
Who wrote the song, and who first recorded it? Look that up.
Jeez. Oh yeah, and the Kinks also did it. The English pop group.
Okay.
Adam Lambert has recorded the song "Sleepwalker" for his 2009. Wow, that's
What?
2009.
Who originally recorded it?
Uh, damn it. Well, I
I
have yet
I
to ask
swear
it.
it was Ricky Valens. I I
I
rem- it, I remember seeing a movie about his life, and that this was his song.
Okay, let me see.
If I'm remembering, I mean, the movie correctly, if the movie was historically accurate, I don't know.
Well,
You got to double check these things, but I mean,
oh my
it's a
goodness.
what does
The
the Bible
song. All
say?
right, there's Sleepwalker, and then there's also Sleepwalk, and that's what it's trying to give me right now. And that's yeah, Santo and Johnny. Oh, it's called Sleepwalk, but that's the melody. Yeah, I know that. That melody that you played, that is, Santo and Johnny's melody. Now let's say 1959 for them. That's the original recording.
Okay,
Yep, steel guitar.
okay.
Hmm. Yeah, and I recognize the name from what your dad had played. I guess the Kinks redid it. No word of Ricky Valens yet.
Search Ricky Valens and Sleepwalker.
Oh my god!
Their
And
recordings on YouTube.
Sleepwalk, because all along you had me looking up Sleepwalker.
Oh, I thought it was
Okay,
Sleepwalker.
no, Sleepwalk. Um,
Sleepwalk, folks.
did
Gotta
Ricky
get these things right. I'm putting together a musical program, and I gotta know who
Walk?
wrote the piece, who first recorded it, and what the actual title of the song is. So that would be
Okay.
nice.
How I
uh,
hope, and then sometimes I see Richie. I guess it's the same person. Probably went by both Ricky and Richie. Yeah, no, he did not record the song Sleepwalk.
man, I could have sworn that this was in the movie about his life.
Yeah, it was written and recorded by Santo and Johnny in 1959.
Okay, folks. Well,
Well, in movies, they could use other songs from that era for, a movie about a person. It doesn't have to be all their
well,
music.
supposedly he recorded it with his band that died in the plane crash. Um, I don't know. I gotta. You know what? I'm gonna take this information, but I'm gonna do my own research so that when I do publish the program for the musical lecture, I got all of this, the right information lined up. So here we go.
Richie
All right.
Valens.
So this is the first song that we tackled in our session this week. Um,
La Bamba.
yes,
That's Richie Valens.
yes,
And
Richie
Donna. I
Valens,
knew Donna.
Donna for sure. I had a girl, and Donna was her name.
There you go.
Since he left me, I
Come
never
on, let's
felt
go.
the same. Anyway,
That's my little Susie, little girl. Ooh, my head. And let's see. Boppy
I don't know that one.
Maroney.
Don't know that
Okay.
one.
Yeah, it's the 50s. Bluebirds Over the Mountain.
I
That
know.
sounds
Wow.
interesting.
Okay. Don't know
Framed.
a lot of his music.
Yeah,
Wow.
no sleepwalk.
Man, man. Interesting. I've always associated this song with him. Anyway, gotta get my facts straight for the lecture.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right. Now, the next song that we tackled was extra ambitious. And again, when I say ambitious, I mean ambitious for me. Um, I tackled the melody of the song with a Perdomo CBG with wound nylon strings. It is a very bassy CBG. Um, and I put a little too much distortion on it when I made this recording. I should have left it more clean.
Found on YouTube. Sorry to interrupt
Go
again.
ahead.
I have found on YouTube. Supposedly, it's named that a recording of Sleepwalk that Richie Valens did play. I'm
Yeah,
sure at
I
the
saw
time
that.
he probably did play it,
Okay.
but it was Santo and Johnny that were known as the originators.
Liesel says, one of my neighbors gifted me a fourth violin yesterday. A strange piece of synchronicity. I thought, yes, Lizo. I also have a learner violin with me. Let me tell you, I always wanted to learn how to play a bowed instrument, but when I was in college, I started taking violin lessons with a colleague, and for me, it was such a painful experience. Just the way you had to hold the instrument, it was, I, I, you know, it wasn't the instrument for me. But when I was introduced to the viola da gamba, when I was in graduate school, I thought, man, I really want one of those. I think I can really play that, and it's beautiful. And but they're so expensive. And finally, I got around to building my own. By the way, viola da gamba, that translates to um, fiddle of the leg, which is where I get the term leg fiddle. So
Hey, you should call your leg fiddles viola la bamba.
viola la bamba. Hey,
Mhm.
maybe, perhaps. In honor of Richie Valens, who
Mhm.
I don't know. Apparently, I don't know his history, and I thought he recorded Sleepwalker. And
Well, he apparently did do it. I mean, I guess a lot of artists did it, but Santo and Johnny were the originators.
right, well, I gotta get Santo and Johnny recorded onto the program. You know, and maybe I'll mention Ricky. That's cool, Liza. Yeah. So, Liesel, have fun with your new violin, and I know you have your mindset on building your own leg fiddle, and I wish you the best of luck. Let me tell you, I'm having a lot of fun with this instrument and learning how to play it, getting good sounds out of it, and I'm already planning a musical program um, for it to play. And I don't know if I'll present it in a live stream or if I'll make recordings, but I'm looking forward to um, really playing some music on my leg fiddle. And again, I gotta get my movable frets sorted out right now. I have the temporary frets on there. I gotta remake those frets so that they lie flatter on the fretboard, and I want to add more frets so that I can really grab the high notes towards the end of the fingerboard. And so, anyways, fundraising for that, folks. So check out my store shelf. Contact me about laser carved cigar boxes, handmade jewelry, psycheopera.com, or email me at psycheoperaco@gmail.com, or check out my store shelf. Again, fundraising for my leg fiddle. All right, anyway, let's take a look at the very ambitious second piece we put together. And again, ambitious for me because again, I am a novice slide player, and for this particular piece, I am experimenting with a style of vocals that I'm not accustomed to, but this style of vocals is required for this piece. And so, yeah, let's see what you guys think about this. Liesel says, I will do. Yes, I'm going to start the leg fiddle once I have properly caught up with all of your videos and bought some additional wood. Cool beans, Liesel. Yeah, I have my entire leg fiddle journey documented in a playlist, and there's a lot of important information in each one of those videos, discoveries that I made. So if you care to check out all of my videos, it'll help you not fall into the same pits that I fell into when I was building my leg fiddle. So yeah, um yeah, good luck with your journey, Lisa, and I look forward to seeing what you make. And I'm looking forward to uh, that stump stick. I can't wait to see how that works. Very cool.
What was that instrument we checked out during the medieval instrument tournament I had like a year ago. I think it was called the Kruf.
Yes, what was the cruise?
You remember it was like well,
I
there were
don't know.
versions of it from multiple countries, but from Ireland, it was called the Kruf. It's
Can you
Kwry.
describe it because I don't remember what it looks like? It was it like the guitar?
No, no, the guitar was different. This was a leg fiddle, a proper leg fiddle.
Oh,
Um, yeah, I'm looking. I'm gonna have to get the spelling right. Please talk further, and I will keep working.
well, let me present this next piece that Pete and I tackled. Again, ambitious for me because I'm not a slide player and I don't usually sing in this vocal style. Ooh, I disappeared. It's my Nikon again. There we go. Okay, so people in the chat, let me know what you think. Here we go.
You gotta move. You got to move.
It's my buddy
You
Pete.
got to move. And the Lord gets ready. You gotta move. You may be high, you may be low, you may be shy, you may be poor, but when the Lord gets ready, you gotta move.
You gotta move. You gotta move. You gotta move, child. You gotta move. When love gets ready, you gotta move. You may be high, you may be low, maybe rich child, you may be poor. When the Lord gets ready, you gotta move.
So there's a subtle fade out there because we haven't decided how we're going to end the song yet. But yes, yes, you are correct, Liesel. This is You've Got to Move, and it was a spiritual popularized by the great blues artist Mississippi Fred McDowell. And yes, our version is based on his. Pete knows a ton of old blues and folk music, but he didn't know about You've Got to Move. So I texted him a link with a recording to His vocals are so similar, and yeah. So our version is definitely based on the version on the recording by Mississippi Fred McDowell. And yes, every CBG artist out there, I mean, this is like the rite of passage. You have to make a recording of You've Got to Move, and it's one of the first things that I learned how to play on a slider, and now it's just great to have uh, someone to jam with, and we had we had to try it out and see if we can make it work for our program. But Liesel, if you like this version, then that's a good sign. Then we're on the right track, and I think we will add this to our program. What do you think, Lawrence?
Yeah. Oh, in other news, I did find a link to a good video showing the Chris, CRWTH. It's in the private chat.
Okay, I don't have access to that because it's behind me.
Oh, for crying out loud. Let me see
I've
here.
got oh, can you hear me now, Liesel? Doo-doo-doo-doo. Liesel says I'm still getting oh, for some reason, I do not know why my
Instead of me,
is
you
not coming
probably
through.
now see a Chris on the screen.
How about now, Liesel? Liesel can't hear me.
Oh,
Yeah, I am
how long has that been?
vaguely hear you now. No, I do notice that the volume on.
Yeah, you did go down in level a bit, but
I'm wondering why.
I'm just listening to the stream now. You're there. You're just a little low. That's all.
I'm wondering why because I haven't changed any settings on my
I would look in OBS and see
OBS.
if something got moved somehow.
What are you doing, OBS? Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna change scenes for a moment and come back. Testing 1, 2, 3. No, it's still very low. What? The only thing I whoa.
There.
Okay, for some reason, Liesel, this is so weird. Captain Palico. Welcome, Captain Palico. I wonder who Captain Palico is. Hmm. Nice to have you here, sir. Lawrence doesn't know who Captain Palico is, but I'm not going to tell him.
Probably your brother.
Oh, yes. Captain Palico is my brother. Folks, welcome, Captain Palico. I don't know if he wants his name revealed in the stream, so I shall call him Captain Palico, and unless he tells us, yeah, you could tell him what my name is. Liesel, thank you for welcoming my brother, Captain Palico. I do not know why all of the sudden my audio dropped out. I have not changed any audio settings in OBS nor on the channel strip that I have behind me. It just weird things happen here on the live. Okay, it's fine, says Captain Palico. Okay. Alrighty, so yes, as I was saying, yeah, You've Got to Move is a rite of passage for every CBG artist. If you are serious about building and playing cigar box guitars, then you got to try to play We Got to Move, and it is one of the first songs that I learned to play on a CBG. And so, yeah, okay, that very cool. So you say, Lawrence, you're gonna change your picture out so that
I
we
was
can see
trying to.
what
I mean,
Chris is.
I'm using the share function in OBS Ninja right now, but
It's
it's
not
not showing
working.
up in my picture. You would
Yeah.
have to put it in or use the link yourself.
All
Can you
right.
share browser tabs at all
I
in your
cannot.
setup?
I cannot. I
Okay,
am
you
not
never
set up to
set it
do
up.
that. But we can look up the Chris am I saying this right? Liesel probably knows how to pronounce it. It is a type of leg fiddle.
CRWTH.
Please look it up. More fodder for inspiration. Welcome, Albert from Musical Saw Now. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Albert. I saw that Mike Gorley hit his cigar box cello with your bow, and it sounds pretty good. And so, yeah, if you haven't seen his video, he does have some questions because he did hit a store-bought saw with your bow. He does have some questions about getting sound with that, and yeah, you guys can connect and chat about your bows and the musical saw. And I do plan
Hold on.
on.
Hold on.
Oh, what do you got going there? Aha, Lawrence. Yes, he's got the truth. I'm hoping that I am pronouncing that correctly.
Is that in the small
It
little
it's
frame?
in the small little thing because remember I
Well,
removed you from
I
the
guess
big
the
thing.
sound is what's important.
Yes.
But here the video is entitled Bowed Liar.
Okay.
But so here we
Wait,
go.
bowed lyre. That looks so it's very similar to the talharpa.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know anything about Talharpas.
Talharpa. Well,
Oh,
okay. So you say you could play some of it?
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Ah, Liesel recognizes it. Yes. It's pronounced like a U.
Okay, Kruth then.
Yes. Yes, it
Okay.
is very similar to the Norwegian or Germanic talharpa. The difference between the two instruments is that the talharpa doesn't have that neck that extends onto the frame. It doesn't have a plate. It doesn't have a fingerboard. People just grab onto the strings, kind of like what you would do with an erhu. But they're very similar. The structure of the two instruments are very very similar. I've actually tried reaching out to builders of talharpa or tagalharpas, and haven't gotten a response back. I would love to interview a builder. If you're catching this on the replay and you build talharpas, tagalharpas, or krus, please reach out to me. I would love to have you on the live. But yes, um, the at least the tagalharpas, they're a bit larger, and they are played like leg fiddles. You have to sit it on your knee, but this one looks small enough where you can, you know, play it similar to a violin. Very cool instrument. Yes, the Welsh Celts descend from Nordic Normans. Okay, so there is a connection between the two instruments. It makes perfect sense, Liesel. Very, very cool. All right. Well, inspiration for what's coming up next, or I guess the source of inspiration of what's coming up next. I know that many of you have caught my latest leg fiddle video, but I wanted to feature the kind of piece of music I kind of improvised towards the end of the video, and it's something that with a looper I'd be able to perform live with my Joyo amp at craft markets. And so for those of you who haven't heard, um, my leg fiddle, with its new viola strings. And again, I'm using the two upper strings from a 16.5-inch viola set. Let's take a listen and you guys let me know what you think. Oop. Little flanger action there. Since recording that video, I've gotten better at playing the instrument and can produce more melodies with a consistent tone. Lawrence is probably tired of hearing me play melodies from The Mandalorian and Scarborough Fair. Do-ga-do, do-ga-do, do-do, do-ga-do, do-ga-do-do. I can play that. It's like you're riding a horse.
Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum.
Exactly. So I've learned how to play that. And I'm working on Scarborough Fair. And what I plan to do, and it's something I want to do in craft markets, is, record a little background with the loop, just with the pluck strings, and then come in with the melody. Yeah, Liesel, you inspired me to take up Scarborough Fair on my leg fiddle. It was one of my favorite songs, and it was really nice hearing you play it on the slider. It sounds really good on a slider. Liesel says, I'm probably going to need to email you for a load of advice on building a leg fiddle. Hey, Liesel, I am open to receiving all of your questions. Do not be shy. Email me all of your questions. I'll be happy to help. Happy to help. And so, Lawrence, you used to play viola.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, long ago.
Long ago. What do you think of this leg fiddle now with its new viola strings?
Well, it sounds good, and it's fretted, so that helps in a lot of things.
Oh yes, and it has raised frets, so you can really perform bends on it. But do you? And I think with the frets, the vibrato, that movement that you string players use to create vibrato is much easier to pull off. Anyway,
Yeah.
one thing that I want to do when I really fix the shape of the frets is hand it over to you, and you tell me if it's easier to play than a viola. I would imagine. Again, I never played. Try playing
Well,
violin.
I mean, I don't think I can anymore. I forget so much of it. I mean, musically, my musical knowledge is enough that I remember alto, clef, and I know which notes are notes, but you know, just playing it by body feel anymore wouldn't be there, I don't think.
Well, but from your experience, because my goal was to make something that was easier to play than an actual violin
Well,
or
yeah.
viola.
I mean, here's the thing: if I can play it at all, then it's probably easier,
Yeah, well, that's that. I'm using myself as a gauge because
especially anymore.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so I for me at least I've been able to get sounds out of this thing that I couldn't out from my violin. Uh, and so yeah, but it would be interesting. Hand it over to somebody else. It's like, give this a try. Do you find this easier to play? Because it is my goal to one day maybe have put together some sort of consort. Maybe I'll build you one that's in the cello range, and I'll play one in my little alto range, and we can do some cool stuff. I don't know.
All right.
And if
Yeah.
you won't do it, Kevin N. Kraft says he wants to play in a leg fiddle ensemble.
Yeah, I like the cello range better.
Yeah. I want to build one in the cello range for sure. Just gonna keep it simple: 2 strings, frets. Um, how many frets to add to it? I mean, right now I'm treating it as a diatonic instrument. Um, and so,
So
but
is that 7 or 8?
I, I've I've put 7 frets on it because that's what was standard on a viola da gamba. This is not a viola da gamba. It's
Okay.
inspired by it, but I'm finding that I want to grab those upper notes down the fingerboard, and so I can add more frets. And that's what's cool about it. You can add, remove, depending on what music you want to play. Keep it simple, or if you want to grab more notes, add more frets. But again, yeah, I gotta find a better way of making those. I'm using 12 gauge copper wire, and you can, at least for my little hands and my hand strength, it's very hard to shape those wires, which is why I'm trying to acquire some equipment. And so, participate in my fundraiser, folks. Take a look at my store shelf. Um, Reach out to me if you need laser carved cigar boxes, and or curious to see my dragon eye or gator eye handmade jewelry, shoot me an email. Anyway, okay, so let's see if we have anyone in the group area. I don't know. If we don't, we'll come back to this screen. It is okay. Let me see. Which is the group area? Okay. How about now? The He said that I was muted. Oh, okay. All right. I don't know. I don't. Oh, okay. The audio seems to be acting up again. I can't hear you. How about now, Captain Palico? I think I th- I should be coming in. Okay, he says I can hear you now. Okay. My audio triggers. I gotta I guess I gotta check them when I change up scenes. That's okay. Captain Palico, do you hear an annoying echo? Awesome, Liesel. Okay. Well, Lawrence, tell us about earworms again, just in case. Awesome. 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 Of course. Man, we gotta yeah, that would be nice. Yeah. Cool beans. Well, folks, I don't have anything to present today unless you want to hear some bad leg fiddle playing. I do gotta practice and learn how to get good sounds consistently out of the instrument. But when I'm able to get some nice stable sounds, I mean, there's a lot of potential in this instrument. But it's stuck in your head, right? Well, to save us from having to listen to more of Lawrence's singing, I'm gonna leave you all with perhaps. I mean, I'm not monetized on YouTube. I don't get ad revenues from it, but when I do get monetized, I don't think this video will be one of those monetized videos because again, we're playing copyright stuff, playing covers. Yeah. But I do got a shameless plug to remind you all again. I'm trying to get my hands on some new tools to remake those frets, and so I'm gonna remind you about my merch shop here on YouTube. Here, hey, fellow artist, it's Dr. Liza speaking to you as Mona Lisa, ready to share some truly exciting news and a massive thank you with all of you. Because of your incredible support, your views, your likes, your comments, and just your sheer presence here on my YouTube channel, we've hit a huge milestone. My channel is not eligible for fan funding. That includes my very own store shelf right here on YouTube, making it easier than ever for you to find my unique cigar box guitar themed apparel. My designs feature fun characters, like Mona Lisa, holding one of my favorite hand-built cigar box guitars. And while many of these instruments have found new homes, these designs allow me to continue to enjoy them, creating the perfect t-shirts, sweaters, or hoodies for wearing at CBG festivals, craft markets, and gigs. I've partnered with bonfire.com to fulfill my garments, which means that they ship internationally and are sourced only from responsible RAP certified manufacturers. Plus, you won't find my channel logo plastered all over these garments. The focus is purely on the art, the joy of the cigar box guitar, and my quirky characters. My website is discreetly placed just in case anyone asks where you snagged such a unique piece. Because, let's be honest, you're interested in the art, not the brand, right? And hey, super subs, remember to use your promo code during checkout, by the way. For those of you who've been with me for a while, you know that this isn't just about making a living. It's about making a life. It's about building a world where I can spend my days immersed in the art of creation, sharing it with people who truly appreciate what I do, like you. Your support is helping me build that reality, and for that, I am eternally grateful. By the way, I'd love to hear from you. What other products would you like to see my designs on? Mugs? Notebooks? Or something entirely different? Let me know in the comments below. Your ideas will help me shape the future of this channel and these creations. Thank you again for everything, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Chaito. Alrighty, folks, so keeping it short, sweet, and relevant today. Again, builders who've been on my stream, if you are working on new pieces and would like to show them off on next week's stream, use the same link to join the live next week. And of course, I am working on a few new shorties, a few new sliders, and of course, continuing to learn to play my leg fiddle, so I'll have more to report. And of course, Pete and I are always putting together, well, we're always working towards putting together that program for November. And so, yeah, tune in if you don't got anything to share, but log in if you do. We'd love to have you and see what you're working on during this craft market season. All right, folks. So thank you, Albert, Liesel, Captain Palico, and anyone else who catches us on the replay. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday, folks. Chaito.